Hey there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a bit of Ray Comfort that I found on the internet, and then I'm going to read a bit from Jordan Borden B. P. That guy. Read a bit from his book, and you can see what you think. I'll try and do the accent. And then better means to aim at the improvement of being with a capital I and a capital B. Thinking of all this, realising all of this, you take a risk. You decide that you will start treating the Old Testament God with all his terrible and oft arbitrary seeming power as if he could also be New Testament God, even though you understand the many ways in which that is absurd. Alright, I'll stop the voice now. In other words, you decide to act as if existence might be justified by its goodness, if only you behaved properly. And it is that decision, that declaration of existential faith, that allows you to overcome nihilism and resentment and arrogance. It is that declaration of faith that keeps hatred of being, with all its attendant evils, at bay. And as for such faith, it is not at all the will to believe things that you know perfectly well to be false. Faith is not the childish belief in magic. That is ignorance or even willful blindness. It is instead the realisation that the tragic irrationalities of life must be counterbalanced by an equally irrational commitment to the essential goodness of being. It is simultaneously the will to dare to set your sights at the unachievable and to sacrifice everything, including and most importantly your life. You realise that you have literally nothing better to do, but how can you do all this, assuming you are foolish enough to try? Right, now I'll read a bit from this book and see what... Oh, I made a mistake. I was reading from this book. I tricked you all. I wasn't even reading Ray Comfort. I tricked you all. Look. See? I tricked you. So what do you reckon? Is he a conservative Christian preacher?